There we go.
Okay.
Welcome, Claire. So good to see you.
Yeah, hi there. It's good to be
How
back
have
on.
you been?
Yeah, I've been good. Good, busy, doing clearance and trying to see sick children. So my son's not well at the moment, so that's kind of put things back at the moment. But yeah, everything's good.
Well, that's good. Never a dull moment. Danielle says hello. If you click the
Hi.
comments, you can see.
Oh yeah. Hi, Danielle.
So shit, it's been a crazy day already. I've been running around the house making waffles and cleaning stuff. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Nicole says she's
Yeah.
looking forward to Sunday. Nicole's in the class. It's wonderful and exciting. So is Rhonda.
Yeah,
Rhonda is also in the class, I saw.
Yeah, we've got a great class starting tomorrow night. Such amazing energy. I'm so looking forward to teaching people because from me tuning into people's energy, it's definitely going to be a high vibe. So lots of fun, lots of learning. So as Gail says, it can be quite hard for you as well, quite tough. So it's tough love to make you work harder. So, but it'll all be fun.
I love being challenged. That's exciting.
Oh well, you certainly be challenged. So,
Absolutely. So,
yeah,
any insight maybe as to what you might be introducing into this class? Just a little wee snippet.
yeah, I'll be covering lots of different types of work. So you'll get to do some remote viewing. You'll get to learn how to connect to yourself, your higher self, and your own spirit team. To know the difference when it's your higher self, when it's your spirit team, and when it's your loved ones. So a lot of people obviously are not too sure when the difference is, and this is a confirmation that they're looking for, because they're thinking, is it me that's making this up, or is it our loved ones? So we set up like feelings within the physical body that they work with you, so that you know who it is that's working with you. So for instance, if you get a shiver at a certain area, then you know that could be a certain loved one. Or if your heart races to a certain way but not uncomfortable, then that could be like your spirit team. So because I was skeptical, I need everything backed up by not just the mind. So there's a lot of your own physical body involved in it. The other thing we do is there'll be a spiritual artist teacher coming in to teach you that you all get a shot of doing spiritual art. And some of you might go, oh, I can't draw. It doesn't matter, because when you're connected to the spirit team, they can draw. So that's really interesting. You'll learn the difference when you're connected psychically. A lot of people think they're connected to spirit, but they're actually connected into the auric field. So it's actually psychic work rather than connecting to spirit. So because everything within the memory is already in the energy, people say, oh, you're connected to my loved one. But actually, they're not. They're just connected into your auric field, because you can get absolutely anything from the auric field. The way that you know the difference is the emotion has to come in. So there'll be a lot of emotion. So all of a sudden, you could start like laughing uncontagiously, and you wonder, oh, why am I laughing like that? But it's actually spirit laughing like that. So it's to learn also body language. We do a lot of work by body language. We actually give messages by not even opening our mouth. So everything's then done by the body language. And by that body language, the person who you're working with should recognize that loved one just through body language. Because the reason I teach that is we have to be able to communicate with everybody. And some people might not be able to see, or they might not be able to hear, or just so it's not like just verbal. There's other ways that we have to learn to be able to communicate with people's loved ones. It could even be drawing pictures, writing words, loads of different ways. It's interesting because you're saying, what are we learning? Sometimes I don't actually know until I have you there and the spirit team say, okay, what are we going to do? The other thing we do, see, I've went blank, and it's spirit saying that's because you don't work like that. So they could teach me something completely new that I don't know what I'm going to teach you, because it depends on your life experiences and everybody's energy. So it all kind of works like that. And we cover dreams, we cover psychometry, angel cards, the different types of oracle cards, how to present a one-to-one reading, how to soul work. That's probably one of my biggest ones. So we do a thing called soul vibration, which would probably be in the first meetup. And basically, we find out what your soul vibration is. And then what we do is we check it in 6 months' time, and your soul vibration will have completely changed because of how much you've learned. So that's really, really interesting. But the soul vibration is really upbeat. A lot of soul work's done because a lot of you can be confident, but there's a lot of things also holding people back. So it's been able to express the truth, and it's also been able to talk in the right words, because communication is really important. And some people could maybe come away with something like, oh, I can see you having a baby. And that isn't a great thing to say, because say that person's been trying for a baby for 5 years on IVF, and then you're giving them their hopes up, and you really don't know if that person's going to have a baby. Like, you might think you know that, but because of the energy and the free will, you might have seen the baby within the womb, but they might have lost in the baby again. Do you understand? So our wording is really, really important. And that's my personal experience over doing this for 20 years. The way that we speak to people, you have to be really careful on how you communicate, because you don't want to give people hope. And then all of a sudden they say, well, you told me that, you know, you said that was going to happen. And really, I could see something in the energy and say, oh, Lara, this could happen. I can see this. But you then might say, well, I see a different path, and you choose something completely different. And then you'll go, oh, but you told me that, Claire. Do you know? So the way that we speak to people and communicate and basically the other thing is, people always like talk about the past and tough things. We want to help people understand that through their past, it is where they are today. So it's like bringing the bad experiences and changing them into positive experiences. So your work in the mentorship is a lot of soul work, but it's your soul connecting to other people's souls. So, and then SRT, obviously, I'm doing that, but I'm going to help people on the mentorship because it is very important to do their own clearance. So that every time we go on, that they've cleared their cell, or they know how to do that because of the type of work that we're doing. And we've spoke about that, Lara, how important people need to know how to clear themselves, especially with your experience the other day. So, and the full protection thing.
Me messaging Claire at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I was sleeping, so yeah.
No, it's okay. I don't even care. I'm just so happy that I woke up clear. So thank you.
This
like
is
I said, it was funny. I actually woke up with a huge coughing fit around the time you did the clearing too. It was very strange. Weirdest. I just woke up out of a dead sleep and I was coughing, and then I just passed out again. And then I looked at my phone and you messaged me right after that, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was really interesting because when I read the message, I was like, she's already cleared it herself. And I laughed, but then because of how your mind works, you need extra proof to know and things. And I was like, listen, Lara, this is what it was. Because it's like, how did it not work? No, it did work. It's just
I did. I called Chad. I was like, Chad.
Yeah, you just needed a backup to know that you could.
They're like,
do
no,
it,
she needs to know she was right. We'll leave it here for now.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing is sign is definitely the heart racing. It's unbelievable when it happens. So
I coped with anxiety for years too, and I didn't realize what I was coping with. It felt the same. It's like having, an anxiety attack.
Yeah,
but it lasted the whole day.
Yeah. It's not a nice experience, but it happened for a learning experience.
It taught me quite a few things.
yeah, and that's what I've learned is the biggest thing is everything happens for a reason, and it's all part of learning. So, and this is Nevin. He's desperate to.
Hi, Nevin. Good to see you, bud. Your mom's been telling us wonderful things. I hear you're very gifted as well.
Yeah, do you want to talk about any of your stuff?
What's it like to be a kid with spiritual gifts, huh? Can you give us a little insight?
Well, nobody really knows about it except from the people at my old school, and that's why I moved, because people used to bully me for being different and have all this stuff. So I've not really talked about it ever since.
I see.
But it actually is very fun and great, to be honest. And it may have some bad stuff, but it has some good stuff too. So I enjoy it a lot.
That's wonderful. I'm sorry to hear you were bullied, but those bullies are there because they make us strong and tough, don't they? They make us learn how to deal with people who are going to be difficult, because there's always people out there that are going to pick on us for being mean. But it makes us tougher and stronger when we realize that, we're very strong and we can stand up to those people and speak our truth anyway, right?
Yeah. You've told your new friends because they call your mum a witch.
Yeah, they call my mum a witch. I'm like, do you want to?
That's a compliment, though, where we come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nevin had a birthday party, and he had 20 friends stay over for a sleepover, and Nevin decided to. Yeah, and Nevin decided to tell them all about Spirit. He went and got his camera and showed them all orbs. They were up all night freaking out with him.
Yeah. That's so cool, Nevin. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, my friends.
We like taking pictures of orbs too. We do. We're always looking for orbs.
Yeah. But it's really interesting because since Nevin was a little boy, remember I've said to you, so I learned about it when I was 22. Nevin's pretty much been born with this. I remember when he used to be in his buggy and you would take him along in his pram, and then he would just start talking to somebody, and you're like, that wait a minute, when we're talking about ducks or something at the moment, and now he's talking about this old man that's talking to him. And I remember when he was 3 years old, the nursery called me in and they says, listen, Claire, we know what you do, but Nevin just constantly talks to other people. He's not talking to the children that's here. Is there anything you can do about it? And I was like, oh, well, I'll try. So I just kind of said to Spirit, listen, it's just not the right time. Can you just give him a bit of time to get to know his friends and just back off a little bit? And they did, to be fair to them. But when he was at his old school, it didn't really help because he was at a Catholic school. So Nevin would be in the playground and just say to a wee girl whose gran's just passed away, oh, by the way, your gran's here, And Nevin didn't realise what was wrong with that, obviously, because to him that's just normal. And he used to, and he still is, he has this fear of bad spirits. And because I didn't believe in the bad spirits until 6 months ago, I used to always obviously try and comfort him and say, oh, there's no such thing as a bad spirit. And he used to go, Mum, there is. And I would go, no, there's not. It's all good spirits. But Nevin always knew. So about 6 months ago, when I sat Nevin down and I said, oh, by the way, I've got something to tell you. You were right, Nevin, about the bad spirits. And he went, I told you, Mum, I told you that they were there. So he actually can feel the difference when it's good and when it's bad. So when I came back from the SRT course, he said to me, Mum, I've got a bad spirit on me. And I was like, what makes you think that, Nevin? And he says, because Jack's not talking to me. So Jack is Nevin's spirit guide. And Jack wasn't talking to him as much, he says, because of this bad spirit. And I was like, can Jack not take it away? And he was like, no, Mum, you need to take it away. But I ended up, because I was just back from the course, I was still building my confidence. So I contacted Andy, and Andy's like, no, he's right, Claire. He has got an earthbound with him. So we got it removed for you, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, but he knows, but the kids do know. So, but it's interesting because we were on the phone yesterday talking to Melanie, and you know I've got this big thing about designing a computer game. Well, Nevin comes in with amazing ideas that I'm like, oh my goodness, Nevin. So he's very much connected, and when you do platform, you're always eager to do it, aren't you? Actually, I've never known Nevin to be so shy. So, yeah.
Aye.
You got such a handsome face, Nevin. We're going to show it off today.
It could, mind you, it could be he's not been well for a week. So, Nevin, look at all these people saying hello to you.
Oh, hi.
So, they're not used to children coming on. It's always adults.
You're my first kid interview.
You're the first kid interview.
So thank you for joining us. Very exciting to hear from a kid what it's like, because you know most of us haven't had these gifts as a kid. We had to wait till we were bigger in order to have these gifts. So you have a very unique perspective.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to share any of your experiences, no? About when you connect to spirit?
Well, just technically what happens is when you go forward, that means it's a girl, and when you go back, that's a boy. And usually I come up with a number, and it's usually it's like there's 3 options. There's old, man, and there's like child, a teenager type. And then I technically just say what one there is. And when I start doing things and my mum helps me out saying about it, like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So it's like a muscle test that you do?
Yeah, it's muscle test.
I don't know.
I thought so. That's what we call, muscle testing. Very clever. Who taught you how to do that? Did your mom teach you that?
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite experience that you've had with your soul guide so far?
What is my favorite experience that I did with my mom?
Either way, whatever. What's your favorite experience so far of just being a medium, a gifted kid?
It has to be, well, it was very random. My mum was at a course. It was just one course. It was quite a long time ago. And I do it, and it's just like so sad. And obviously, and the lady starts crying because obviously I start bringing her in, and then I run over to give her a hug, and obviously that was a good experience. And
you brought in the lady's daughter.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
So you brought in the lady's daughter, and the daughter wanted to cuddle the mum. So Nevin went over and gave her a cuddle and said what she wanted to say. Yeah, was it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one.
Yeah. Can you remember when we lost Katana? And then you asked to experience Katana.
Yeah.
So our dog was killed tragically
I'm sorry
just
to hear that.
last year. She was only 20 months old, so we done an experience that Nevin got to talk to Katana, didn't you? But Sally was probably another big experience.
Yeah.
Nevin wanted it's a difficult one, and I'll tell you why. Because
I've got 2 teddies with their ashes in them that make noises.
of the dogs.
Of the dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It is difficult because Nevin's 11 and he's been doing this. Well, he got his first shamanic drum when he was 3 years old. So he loves like the healing, and he sees mediumship as healing, to which it is. But the reason why it's difficult is I have a lot of people that are in the spiritual movement and they're saying he's too young, or there's a lot of people that would poo-poo that I allow Nevin to do what he's doing because he's so young. So we're really kind of caught in the middle at the moment. So I need to allow Nevin to do it when he would like to do it. I never say to Nevin, "Oh, do you want to come up on platform?" I mean, we were up on a stage, and there was maybe like 90 people there. And Nevin's like, "Oh, Mum, can I get a shot?" So I never know when Nevin's going to go, "Can I get a shot?" So when Nevin says, "Can I get a shot?" then I allow that to naturally happen.
Follow your intuition.
Yeah. He's reading the comments saying following your intuition. So it was interesting because last year, at the start of last year, Nevin said, "Oh, Mum, I want to go out on stage and talk to people's loved ones and give messages." And I was going to do it, and then everybody had said, "Clare, he's just too young." I wouldn't do that because they actually said you would have social work on your door because it's not right. So you're kind of stuck in the middle of what to do. And then it was really interesting because me and Nevin was in a shop just in November. Remember, we went into that crystal shop, and he's on my case all the time saying, "Oh, Mum, when can I do it?" And I said to him, "We'll know when the time's right." And we went into this crystal shop, and Nevin just started talking to this guy who owned the shop. And the guy said to Nevin, "Do you know I was the youngest boy in the UK on TV to do messages? I was 12 years old." So Nevin just looked at me going, "Mum, if he can do it, I can do it." So like that was the sign, as if, can you imagine, you've just went into a shop, random crystal shop, and this guy just starts talking to Nevin about mediumship, being on stage and on telly, and Nevin's like that going, "Mum, that's the sign."
I know who to talk to and who not to. I don't walk up to a random van and knock on the window and be like, "Hey, do you want to talk to someone in a crystal shop?" I'm not like that. I just talked to the guy, and it was random, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't know about random. That seems like quite a coincidence right there. I think that was what we call a divine appointment. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we were booked to go over to, we were going over to America, weren't we, in October there. So last October, me and Nevin we were going over to Colorado for 2 weeks to teach classes. And we were also going to be doing demonstrations. But there was, believe it or not, the reason it stopped was Mum had attachments. And through the attachments, my mental health was terrible. So it stopped the trip. Every trip that we tried to plan for us to do that type of work, it got stopped.
Come to Edmonton.
Oh,
Canada. That's where I want to go.
Right?
I want to go to Edmonton. That's where
we're all gonna go visit Candy. I'll come with you, okay? We'll all go to Candy's house.
I want to go to Canada.
Oh, he was very excited there, Candy. He's like, everybody else, he's like that. "Oh, there's Canada. I'm going to Canada." So, but I do, Gail, one of my friends, is taking some videos of him, and when he's doing it, it's pure. It's just so natural. So when you get skeptics and they watch me, they'll go, "All right, okay, there's definitely something in that." But when they watch Nevin, they go, "How can he do that?" It's a completely different energy. Like there's such a pureness from it. It's like spirit, complete direct to spirit. And I'm not saying it's not like that with me. It's just different, you know, to see a child make that connection. And you can see how much he enjoys it, don't you? Yeah. But he's too busy reading all the comments.
I'm reading every single one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Nevin's a good
What?
reader. Mum's not.
My dad's, I have two complete different parents. One's strict and one's not.
I'm strict,
Oh, you
eh?
got the best of both
No,
worlds.
Mum's the laid back one, and Dad's the strict one.
Usually the dads are kind of strict, you know.
If Dad's
Mine
watching
was
this
as well.
live, I'm sorry. Please don't give me an extra
Always
line of
speak your
spelling
truth,
words.
Nevin.
I don't want an extra line of spelling words, Dad. On my 12
I don't know.
times
You might
table.
have a career as a comedian too. I don't know. You're pretty funny, Nevin. Got a good sense of humor.
Oh, he's got a real sense of humour, Lara. He's actually
Oh.
very quiet. The people that know Nevin know what he's like. He's quite funny. He's very funny. Eh?
Oh gosh. People
Now
who
we're
know
putting him on
me.
the spot now. He's going to start blushing. Give him lots of compliments. So Mary has a question. Did you see Mary's question?
I'm going to answer what Mary said. So Mary said, this happen at birth, or did I teach Nevin? Mary, it's really interesting because I really haven't taught Nevin much. And what happened was, on a Friday night, I used to have a demonstration every Friday with mediums coming, and I allowed children to come with parents and grandparents, and all the children would go upstairs and play with Nevin. And all the kids were all getting together, and then all the adults would watch the demonstration. And this happened every 2 weeks, every Friday. And one Friday, no children turned up. So Nevin was bored. And Nevin said, Mum, I would like a shot at doing what you're doing. And he was 7 years old. And I was like, oh, I don't know, son. And he was like, well, why not? So he stood up in front of, I think there might have been 50 people in the room at that time. And I just said to him, just say, I completely surrender to the spirit world. Please give me what the recipient needs. And Nevin connected naturally. And it was, what was really interesting was it was a lady that would come very often, and her dad would come through every time giving a message. But this lady was very skeptical, and it's not that she didn't believe, she just wanted more and more and more. And who was a person that Nevin brought in was this lady's dad. Now, bear in mind, Nevin was always upstairs playing with children. So he didn't know anything. And he came in and he stood like a man in the army, and he used a lot of his body language. But when it came to the message was like, so, like, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. And she actually said, I needed that to now believe, Clare, because it was his first time. They all knew that he had never done it before. He was 7 years old. She had messages week after week with amazing mediums, but it wasn't enough. And it took Nevin to actually change it because, as I say, it's different watching a child work. And again, it's like, was that a coincidence? No, it wasn't. The intelligence, his spirit is just phenomenal. So that's how it started. And I never would say to Nevin, are you coming on? I just always allow Nevin to ask when he would like to do it. So it's always spirit-led. My work's always spirit-led. So he'll decide, but he laughs. He was like, Mum, I was 7 when I first done a platform in front of people. So he might actually be the youngest that stood on platform to do it, actually. We're not too sure. We know a few at the age of 12, but yeah, so he was 7. But from a child, he always used to speak to spirit, yes. But
Very
he doesn't,
cool.
you don't see spirit how you see me and you, do you? No. Yeah, this is quite interesting because you've got a subjective medium and you've got an objective medium. So a subjective medium is pretty much the percentage of all of us, and basically it's through the mind's thoughts. An objective medium is a medium that sees spirit like we see me and you. And people say they're objective, but objective means seeing them all the time. And in 20 years I've done it, I've not came across an objective medium yet, personally. They'll say I've seen spirit, so you'll all have seen snippets of spirit, but like not all the time, eh?
I see shadows of spirits.
Yeah, that's it. You see shadows.
Usually when you go to bed and you look at the end, you would see stuff. I saw my great gran and my grandpa, and then the dog that I grew up with, like, she died at when I was the age of like 8, I think, maybe.
You're 11. Sally died when you were 9.
Oh, so she died when I was 9, and ever since I knew that dog since I was born. So she was technically the dog that like looked after me. So I saw that dog at the end of the bed once, and then it was completely different what happened this other time, because once I was sleeping with my teddy of my dead dog with the ashes inside, and I see the katana, my dog, sleeping at the side of me. Not the teddy, because the teddy was actually there when I woke up, but sitting right there before I wasn't sleeping. I don't know if I was sleeping or not sleeping, but instead of the teddy, it was actually the dog that was sleeping there. So yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful. It just goes to show she loves you so much. She's still kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I've heard that people like to visit us, but you don't often think that animals like to visit us too. That's really neat.
Yeah, it broke up there, Lara, so we couldn't hear it properly. So
No, it's okay.
it's
No, I was just saying,
interesting.
a lot of times we don't think about animals coming to visit us. We think about our families and stuff, but we don't think that we might be getting visits from our loved animals too. So
Well,
that's
we
a beautiful
do.
reminder.
We definitely do cover in the mentorship and in the classes. We do cover communicating through animals as well. There's loads that we do. I actually just forget until I'm in the zone of doing
We
it.
did fire. We did fires with drums.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. At your house, you have drum circles with a big fire?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to come visit you now. That sounds so cool. We're gonna have to come check it out. Is that okay? You're gonna have a big party at your place. We're gonna bring a whole bunch of us with us. We're gonna come as a group.
Okay.
When it gets warmer, of course. It's not very warm right now, so we'll wait for it to warm up a little, huh?
Yeah. What do we?
Yeah?
What time do we normally do the drums? When it's the full moon, isn't it?
Yeah, at the full moon, because there's a difference between going on platform and doing it without a full moon, and there's a difference between doing a full moon and without a full moon. The full moon is where you just like you think you've done worse, but you've actually not done that bad, because once it was a full moon and I thought I'd done absolutely horrible, but everybody was saying I'd done well. But I think there is a difference, to be honest, doing platform between a full moon and all the different moons matter, but I think full moon is just I don't like doing platform on full moon, but I'll do it if
that was a mistake. Remember,
does it have different energy? Does it? Does it feel like the energies are different on a full moon? What about on a new moon? Have you done one on the new moon yet?
It's okay to do it on the new moon, but on the full moon. So basically what happened was Mummy made a boop, because I always look at the diary when I'm booking demonstrations, and I don't do a demonstration the day before, the day off, or the day after a full moon, because it's like pulling teeth. Like, people are so flat, you need the energy to work in, and it really is difficult. And me and Nevin was on a big event down in Falkirk, and it was like maybe 100 to 120 people there, and we were on platform, and Nevin came off, and it's the first time I've ever heard him say, "Oh, Mum, what actually happened there? I never done so well." And I went, "Son, I feel I never done that well myself." And the two of us looked it up, and it was a full moon. So we made an agreement, didn't we, that we would never do it again on the full moon, because it's just difficult. It's really difficult to do. It fluctuates your energy, so it's doing the same for everybody. So remember, when we have children's classes, when we do children's classes, Nevin teaches the children that when they're angry or frustrated, what do you say to them?
Calm down.
Yeah, but what do you tell them? To go and look at their calendar? Don't you? You're funny to say calm down. Nevin has sometimes rage in him, don't you, son?
It's only because I lose a game of Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite is
the Fortnite will do it to you. Yep.
Yeah. So what have we said about when you play your games? It creates
Bad spirits.
bad spirits. And what do you do to protect yourself?
Go in a white bubble.
Go in the white bubble.
Yes, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And does it help? Have you noticed it helping with your white bubble?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we should all be putting bubbles around ourselves while we play our games. It's good to know.
Yeah.
That's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, you should definitely put yourself in a white bubble.
I see. So can I ask, what's your favorite Fortnite dance?
Sorry?
What's your favorite Fortnite dance?
Your favorite Fortnite dance?
My favorite emote.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Dead honest. I don't like any. Yeah. I just laugh at them when I kill them.
Do ya?
Yeah. It's because my friends
usually like a kid, that's for sure.
It's because my friends usually kill me and make fun of me for being bad. So when I kill them, I just scream at them and start swearing at them, saying that they're so bad.
Oh, Nevin drops the F-bombs. You have to check him sometimes, don't you, Nevin?
It's only at the video games, really.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say.
Yeah, it was really interesting when I telling my story. You know how Nevin said about this is interesting because Nevin had says, "Mum, like as he was saying, Mum's more laid back and Dad's more strict." So Nevin's 50% with me and 50% with Dad, and it's really interesting because we had a day out as a family. Nevin's dad's not keeping so well just now, so we're trying to create memories, aren't we? And we went out as a family. And at my house, I'm not saying I let him swear, but I'm quite laid back. Do you know what I mean? They're going to do it anyway, so he does do it. And we were out as a family, and it was really funny because he actually swore, and he looked and he went, "Oh, Dad, this is Mum's Day. I forgot you were there." It was so funny. So, and that's interesting to say that kids try their best by whatever parents that they're with. So there's a lot of pressure on children in lots of different ways, through schooling, through parents, you know, like we don't realise a lot of the time that we as adults have a lot of stress through work and obviously feeding and paying bills and all the rest of it, but our kids have stress too, and they actually pick up on everything that we go through.
They do. Little sponges.
Yeah, we try and protect them to a certain level by keeping secrets. But do you know something? We're as well trying to be honest as we can, because they know something's going on. Do you know? That's why the minute I done SRT and then knew about bad spirits, that I said to Nevin, "Do you know, you were right, son, about these spirits." I didn't try and still protect them and say, "Oh no, it's only good spirits." Do you know? And we need to educate. We need to educate our kids as best we can. And it's interesting when you mentioned about what's Nevin's skin. We were talking yesterday about a computer game, weren't you? And Nevin came up with this amazing idea that
girl crystal skin named Amethyst.
Yeah, so Nevin came up with an idea about creating a computer game of protection. But you know how the kids have all the skins on Fortnite? Well, Nevin says we could make their skins their protection. I thought that was such an amazing idea. And he was like, so, Mummy, when they're buying their skins, they're actually buying their protection. And then he came up with the name Amethyst because he's naming it after all the crystals. So kids are amazing. Like, they come away with ideas.
That's genius.
Because see, at the end of the day, we can't get these kids off the computer games. It's impossible. Like, the society we live in now, you can't turn around to your kid and say, "Don't play Fortnite. Do not play that computer game."
Thank you.
Yeah,
as a gamer, I appreciate that. I'm like Nevin. I like games too.
Yeah. So they're opening portals. They're opening portals all the time. So we need to get ahead of the game and create a computer game that they're still allowed to play on the computer, but we're creating a game of protecting by buying their skins, which is a protection, talking about portals and how they can go into different galaxies, and then by going into different, and then we're teaching them about ETs, and then this is the idea we had, didn't we? And it might sound crazy, but that's the other thing. The kids all wear the headsets. So by wearing the headsets, we put the frequencies through the headsets to lift their vibration higher to fight off these entities. And then we're bringing in the energy centers of the chakras and all the different colours.
Chakra the chicken.
Oh, yeah. So Nevin, what was our chicken called?
Chakra.
So Nevin came up with that as well. So we have a mascot here, and our mascot's called Chakra the chicken.
So love it.
Yeah, you come away with some amazing ideas, but they're the next generation. So we're like, I mean, look at you, Lara. You didn't even step out the door, and it's coming through the screen. So if these kids are playing on the screens, well, guess what? It's coming through to them too. Have we thought about that?
Crazy.
Because
Dead by Daylight.
They're all talking. These kids are talking to each other from all over the world. So they're creating them all the time. So we need to create a computer game that protects. Sorry, my brain, the stuff that I get is a bit nuts sometimes, but
I love it. That sounds like a genius idea. Everybody's loving it too. Everybody wants to play this game now. We're going to have to find a developer.
It has to be created. Yeah, I need somebody that we need to create funding because we need a lot of money for this, and we need people on board that knows what they're doing. I think most of us here are gamers. There you go. Would play that.
Well, us like our escapism. This planet's tough, so playing games gives us a chance to kind of get a break from the everyday toughness of life. It makes us happy. Yeah.
Yeah, so also you're lifting your adrenaline when you're playing, do you know? So you need to then create a positive adrenaline. That you're killing all the baddies, but your baddies are your entities. So you're actually educating them.
But some people, some This is what I don't like, because some people at my school think it's not okay for girls to play video games, which I think is absolutely horrible. I think
I agree.
girls can play games, so video games.
I have
and also,
noticed that boys get mad when I put them down, so they do.
and they're also
The boys do
also,
get a
like,
bit
girls
mad
can
when a
play
girl kicks
football,
their butt. I did notice.
and girls are like, you can't play football, and boys are to girls are like, you can't play football, but they can, to be honest.
Yeah, they can do anything.
Yeah, they
They can do
can.
anything.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it's like people saying to you, no, you can't speak to people that are dead, and we're saying, well, they're not actually dead, are they? They're very much alive.
Yeah, that's true. They
Not
just
speak to
transitioned.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are in the comments like telling them like DBD, and like my mom. By the way, my mom won't even understand that kind of stuff because she doesn't know about anything. Like she doesn't know
It's
any
good she's
video
got
games.
you as a translator. Yeah, you can tell her about all the cool stuff and crap.
Yeah, I don't know about video
Yeah.
games. No, I don't play them. Mum's too busy on a farm.
I play all of them.
Yeah.
I love video games.
Yeah. Mum's too busy
Yeah.
cleaning chicken shit up.
Nah, I'm literally gonna. I would literally just make a YouTube channel, go live on it, and talk to people on it. That's probably what I would do all day. Just do that. That'd be fun.
Candy wrote, would you ever do a kids development class? Yes, I actually do a kids development class. We do a kids development class in the centre, but I've never considered doing one online. So if that's what you were meaning, I'm sure we could. I'm sure Nevin would love to be online helping the kids. That's a good idea, Candy.
You know, it's quite sad because we've got no neighbours, so obviously I don't have anyone to talk to, so except from going on the phone, and my friends are usually out playing, so I'm just like hi, like on the phone to them, and then usually they're out with their dad or their mom or their sister, like everywhere, to be honest. But it would be good to go on a call every now and then.
Oh, do you mean to do the development class?
Yeah.
All
We
right.
could do a kids class online if you'd be interested in helping us do that, Nevin. That'd be wonderful. We would love to have, because there's a lot of gifted kids out there all over the world that don't really have anybody to learn from. So that would be really good and helpful and supportive to those kids, don't you think?
I'll do that.
Cool.
You'll be able to teach.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Please. Nicole just said, please, I need a
And you can do it. We can do it on Zoom because you can do a demonstration and things, can't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Nevin. So I think I don't think I know. I think Melanie's putting us on live next Friday. So we have a demo in the centre. It's up to you. It's when you decide to do it.
Okay.
So it's something to watch out for next Friday because I am doing a live demonstration, and I think she's going to. Either Gail or Melanie.
I'm gonna share your page actually now that
we'll
I'm
put
thinking
it live.
Of it.
Yeah, they'll put it live, won't they?
For those of you who are not following Claire's page yet, please do. Here's the link.
I do apologize. My page is quite quiet. I really need to get with it, but honestly I live here, and Nevin's saying about us not having neighbours, so we live kind of in the mid. Well, we're still next to a town, but we don't have neighbours. To me it's brilliant. Do you know? And we have all these animals, but for Nevin, he obviously wants to play with other kids. But you do it your dad's, and you're always out and about doing loads of things. Nevin, you can't sit in your arse. Like you're always the minute Nevin opens his eyes, the first thing he says, "Mum, what are we doing today?"
I've been bummed out because my mom's been like, you feel sick now, and I'm like,
yeah. So he's been feeling sick, so we've not been able to do anything this week. So, What is that lady saying?
Well, I hope you feel better soon. Oh, we're just talking about Patty's kitty. Yeah, sorry to hear about your kitty, Patty. It's so hard when we lose our fur babies. They're like our kids sometimes, you know. We love them so much.
Oh,
Yeah, my kid would also like to join sometime. I've got a kid that's almost going to be 8 next month. And I think he might have some gifts. So we'll see, huh? Maybe we can see what he can do as well in your class. That would be a lot of fun.
Who's Patty?
I think you're one of the coolest kids I've ever met. There you go. So Nevin was actually named from Spirit, because Nevin's a very unusual name. So before he came, the Spirit 6 months previous had basically said to me I was going to have a son, and he was to be called Nevin. It was interesting because when Nevin was born, his dad and my daughter were like, "You can't name him Nevin, Mum. It's a terrible name." And so he was yeah. Well,
it was named Nevin. I think it's a cool name. It's very unique.
Yeah, it was not named for 2 days, and I wouldn't give in. And then they came to me and went, "Okay, you can get to name him Nevin." And then 1 week later, they actually came back and went, "We're really sorry. We actually love the name Nevin now." So,
yeah, see?
Yeah, so it's just how people like they get an idea in their head. But the reason that I feel they didn't like it was because it was different. They hadn't heard of anybody called Nevin before. But that's just me at my best. I can't be the same as other people. I'm always out the box, like with different things, haven't I? So it's the same with all the animals.
That's quite.
Nevin's, what is it, son?
Nevin, do you remember who you were before you were born? So I get that. I've heard a few people talk about that, and I've heard like people say about Gail, and saying about just they said Nevin's definitely been another person before he was born. And I'm like, what does that mean? And that was obviously before I learned about all this other stuff about aliens and all that stuff, but ETs and all that.
So do you know of a previous life?
No, not exactly,
No, he's not done anything like that or regression. You have done trance.
A lot.
Yeah, so he wanted a shot of one of our classes, and we were doing trance. So Nevin has done trance, and we've got that on video. And you enjoyed that experience, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's Lara's son, Aiden.
This is Aiden. He also picked his name in between because I had a thought. I was wondering what I should call him, and I didn't know what I was going to call him. And then one day I just asked my belly, I said, "Belly, what am I going to call you?" And I had the name Aiden pop into my head. And it was a very unique spelling. It was Aeden. And I thought, I've never heard of that name before. So I Googled it. And it ended up being an old king in Ireland named Aiden with that spelling. And I thought, well, that's a cool name. And it means little fire. And I laughed because my belly was always on fire while he was in there. So I said it was the perfect name for this little guy. And you like your name, huh? So I think you picked your name too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Aiden likes to talk about spirits and stuff too, but you can't see him yet, huh? No, not yet. We like to talk about spirits. Yeah. And what's deja vu? You want to tell everybody what deja vu is?
Deja vu is when you travel to a different universe and you don't notice.
Yeah, see? Pretty good, Aiden. So yeah, we're just having a little chit chat about spiritually gifted kids. And your intuition is pretty good, huh? You got a sense of knowing stuff without even knowing how you know it. You just know it. It's called claircognizance. Did you know that? When you just know things? Yeah, see? See, everybody's got a gift. Sometimes we just don't know it because we overlook our gifts. So that's why it's really important to start working on them when you're a kid, huh? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep.
And all the kids they teach us, Lara, aren't they? The kids are so ahead.
All the time.
Yeah. You teach us what to do.
We were just talking about video games, your favorite topic. Yes.
I was just
But he's too
playing it.
young to play Fortnite yet. Mommy doesn't let him play Fortnite. He wishes he was old enough, but we're gonna wait a little while. Just a little while.
What age is
For the
Aiden?
shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Aiden
What
will
age
be,
is
when's your birthday, Aiden?
February 5th.
Yup.
I can't
February
do that.
5th.
5th of February.
It's coming up.
January. It's January.
So look at, do you see the date? It's January 6th. That means it's less than a month away now. Yeah. And Aiden was born in South Africa. So he's quite a traveled young man. He's already been to about 13 different countries already. But we've never been to Canada. Did you know that?
Oh,
So
they've never been.
maybe we can bring Aiden with us when we go for our Canada adventure. That would be fun, huh?
Yeah.
Get a bunch
That'd
of
be great
kids
to
to
move
come
to
along
Canada.
too.
Yeah.
Then you guys can hang out and talk about video games and stuff.
And create and Lara, and they can create our video game.
Yes, we're gonna start creating our video game. Yeah, we're gonna make a video game for spiritual people that talks about protection. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah.
You goofball. All right, well, I'm gonna let you run off for a few minutes. Go play your game, okay? I'll see you in a few minutes. I'll take you out for your chicken and waffles.
Lara, see when you're talking, does it keep breaking up? Because our reception here is really bad.
No, it's all right. Sorry about that. We're still in Mercury retrograde shadow, unfortunately.
All right.
We'll just keep blaming that.
It does keep breaking up. So, yeah.
Aiden obviously likes Pokemon.
He does. He's also obsessed with Godzilla. Pokemon, Minecraft, and Godzilla.
No.
You see, he just poked his head in Godzilla. Yes, we're done. Yes, he loves Godzilla.
Nevin, so people are saying they're saying about how's they like me to swear. So because you're on, I'm actually on my best behaviour.
Oh, it's already snowing.
Fucking hell.
Nevin! Oh, I just says I'm on my best behaviour.
Well, they say that swearing is rooted in religion, and we're not very religious around here, so it's okay. It happens. We all have those.
Mom, I've seen these lives, man. You can't even lie, to be honest.
No, I don't lie.
I've seen these lives, man. And I've seen the comments.
Like Michelle says, clear that throat chakra.
Need to clear that chakra. So they like the Scottish way of fucking, and now they've heard it from you.
Fucking hell.
Right.
That's so funny. You guys are just the best. I can't wait to come and hang out with you in Scotland. It's going to be so much fun.
Time and a place, young man.
You can introduce me to Chakra the chicken, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are
There
you
is
staying
one
on?
thing I did want to talk about today, though,
Yes.
because this is something very serious we wanted to mention before we forget, is Jono's fundraiser. Claire and I, we have a mentor and our spirit release instructor, Jono, you may have heard. He's not very well at the moment, and he needs some surgery to make his tummy better. So I'm going to share a link in the comments for you guys. This is a very important fundraiser for Jono. Jono, for those of you who don't know, Jono has 3 hernias and desperately needs some help getting surgery done because as many may or may not be aware, the NHS in the UK is extremely overbooked, and it would be like 14 months if he were to have it for free through the UK government, and he doesn't have that long. So for those of you who are, able to, even if it's only a few bucks, because it always adds up, can you please pitch in to Jono's emergency surgery GoFundMe, because he is going to need surgery within the next month or two. So to those of you that have already donated, thank you very, very much. It is so deeply appreciated. In fact, as I can see here, we've already raised just so far this morning almost £4,000. So we are almost a third of the way to our goal already within just 2 hours or so.
Well done,
so I just
everybody.
want to say, yes, well done, everybody. Thank you so, so much for being so kind and loving and supportive to this community, because it really means the world to all of us. We want to keep Jono around for a long time. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, as Lara says, there's so many us on Lara's page following. It doesn't need to be lots. If everybody just put that small amount in, it adds up really quickly. And obviously there is financial difficulty there, so just a small amount would be great. But even just helping by sharing on your pages, sharing the GoFund page can also help. So that would be great. So, but what an amazing amount to raise so far. So well done.
I know, I'm so proud of this community. I really am. We are just, the way we come together is so powerful, and the things that we can accomplish together. And it makes me want to cry. Honestly, it makes me a little emotional. I love you guys so much. We really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And you've got an event coming up too, don't you? You still got your mentorship that's still got, not your mentorship, is it which class has it that's still got some spaces?
It's the 20-week class. So the mentorship starts tomorrow and that's full. And we've actually started taking names for the next one, because people seem to be really keen on the mentorship. It's interesting. And I'll be honest, and I'll tell you why it's interesting, because I've got this issue about pricing and money, and I always put things cheaper, and then I put things obviously more expensive. And my spirit team come in and say, you need to value yourself, Claire, and all the money that you've actually spent and time that you've spent to get you to where you are. And I totally understand that. But every time I'll make something cheaper. And this isn't actually about the online class. This is actually about me having a retreat. And then I have a more expensive retreat in March. And the one in March is already like nearly fully booked. And the one in January that's so cheap is not really booked. So it's like I'm getting taught a lesson here to say, do you know, Claire, forget about being too cheap, because if somebody really wants to be on that course, they will find that money to be on the course. And I actually feel I'm actually giving a lesson out here to everybody, because, and it's the way the brain works. If somebody sees something cheaper, they always go for the more expensive one, even if they've got no money, do you know? So the mentorship, like, straight away was like fully booked. The demand was so high, and the cheaper one, we laughed and we thought that one is not filling up as quick, but it is now. So I've learned.
Well, I just want to highlight this comment right there, just because I agree with it so much.
Yeah, so I really have learned. So I'm not saying that I'm putting my mentorship up to double next time. I'm only kidding. But no, I'm keeping it how it is. But it's interesting that how people value things and look at things. And Jono and Andy spoke about this. I'm going to put the lights on then. Jono and Andy spoke about this with the SRT thing as well. And it's about valuing what you're paying. And do you know, the other thing is, we do things, do you know what I've learned, right? Is you do things for nothing, right? And you give people healing for nothing, and they say they appreciate it, right? And I'm sure they do, but I'm going to be a wee bit hard here. The ones you give it for nothing do not end up following up or doing the work. And the ones that have had to pay for it then change their life or try and change their life to make it different. And so what I'm learning is when you give people something for nothing, they actually don't change because they didn't pay
Like
for
high
it.
school versus college, you know? It's like high school, I didn't have to be there. I didn't want to be there, you know, but college, you're like, shit, I'm paying for it. I better make worth of it. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know, it doesn't even
Your
have
iPod?
to be. He's got take a wee drink, son.
Oh.
But we were actually talking about this in our development class on Wednesday. And one of the guys was like, I'm going to be making stuff. And he was like, well, I'm not going to charge. And I was trying to explain to him, actually, you need to charge because people will value it. But there was this other lady, and I thought it was a great idea. And she put up at the start of January, I would like 12 therapies this year, one every month. Who would like to do an energy exchange? So she's got her 12 therapies booked for the full year. And instead of being money in the exchange, it's she'll do, because she does sound healing, and she'll offer that. But somebody's came in and, well, I can do a sound healing back, or I can give you a reading, or I can do a massage. So she's like, for the full year, every month she's set that intention that I would like a therapy every month, time for me. But instead of saying about the money, they're doing an exchange. And I think that's a great idea. It's something worth thinking about on the page as well,
Energy
Lara.
for energy. Yeah.
For energy, that people can say, especially for SRT. I mean, me and Lara would be happy to do that. That some of yous are struggling, but I've got some. Everybody's got a gift or something to offer, and maybe it's like your family need an SRT done. Well, contact me and Lara, and we could even do an exchange. Like, it doesn't have to be about money. And me and Lara could be having therapies all year round.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You've got a charger, right?
Do you know? Is that charging you? So there's other ways. I just think that's a good idea, Lara. Do you know? Because
absolutely,
on the SRT page, I can see people are waiting February, March, because they've obviously had to go for the cheaper option. But the families are also struggling, do you know? And I know, right, we're all going to then come in and help out there as well, but there is people not got money, do you know? And again, I'm saying, but if they pay for something, then it's valued. But you could do an exchange on a different energy. Or somebody could be in a position like me and have a holiday home, do you know? I can come to my holiday, do you know? Come over to Scotland, do you know? And I'll go over to America and we'll just swap houses.
yeah.
You know? So,
I
I really want I want a family holiday, but I can't afford it. Okay, well,
Mom, what are OGs?
I'll make you OGs. I don't know, Michelle. What is
Organize.
OGs? Oh, right,
Organize.
yeah. Sorry.
We've been calling it OG because of the, the warning,
Organize.
the beastie warning.
It's Nevin was actually maybe thinking rude, to be honest. I know how his mind works.
No, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking of
I'm looking
OGs
for mine. What did I do?
night.
Oh,
I was thinking.
Oh yeah, he's thinking original gangsters.
I was thinking of original skins and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
I was
funny.
like, I'll trade.
This is the spiritual lingo
from you. I'm like, no, you can't borrow my account. Oh.
Yeah, so Candy's saying about the manifestor generator. Yep, I am a manifestor generator, so I do come away with these ideas. But you maybe noticed I'm very much. I need to value the time and what I've done to earn money and like everybody else. But because I've had such difficult times within my own life, I mean, the attachments, how bad was it, Nevin? We nearly lost our house 4 months ago. Like, I'm going to be really honest with you. Like, we nearly lost everything. Everything I've worked for, I nearly lost it all because I had attachments. My daughter actually said to me, Mum, I can't believe I wasn't enough for you to actually stay in this world. Can you imagine your 2 kids living with that, do you know? And that was because they fuckers got a hold of me. And I will swear, because they actually really ruined my life, and my kids' lives and my business and everything. And I understand it actually had to happen to get me down that route.
It didn't actually. It didn't. The thing that ruined my life, it wasn't my mum. It was actually, obviously, Dad in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can share that too.
Yeah.
Dad, my dad, he still has cancer, and he's going in for another operation, and so obviously that made me upset in my new school. But so obviously my dad had cancer, but there was some good things that were going on in school as well. And there was this one day that I think was the best day ever, because my dad came back from the house, and he was at the house, and it wasn't only one day that happened. It was actually, I got house captain. There's only one house captain. There's only one boy house captain, which I personally think is unfair. I personally think it's unfair, but I'm the only one boy house captain, so yeah, I think that's very unfair.
Yeah, but how did you get house captain? So Nevin moved to this school in primary 5, and he's now in primary 7, but how amazing to his dad had cancer, but unfortunately the cancer's back. But how amazing that out of all the kids in school picked Nevin to be house captain. And he had only been in that school for a short period, 2 years, and that's just amazing achievement, isn't it? When you're going through
really
all
is.
that.
What an honor.
And our dog was killed at 20 months tragically on the road, and then his mum was suffering from mental health, wasn't she?
A house captain is someone who's like staff of the school. There's vice captains and house captains. House captains, and if you have four houses.
We call it a school president here in the U.S.
Yeah,
we call it a school president.
Have school president. Yes. I think.
Yes, that's what we call it. So that is quite an honor and a big responsibility too.
Yeah.
You got to speak for the whole school.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody finds me funny.
Everybody finds you funny. Yeah. You want to share any of your jokes? Your jokes?
Oh.
Clean jokes.
We would love that.
I had to make sure it was clean.
Davey was so cheeky and adorable. Like any joke?
Okay, you say one. Okay, sorry.
No, I can't.
He doesn't want to share
a bad. It's bad.
It's a dirty joke. He doesn't want to share a clean one.
Nah, it's actually too dark. Nah, I can't share it. Anyways,
too dirty.
Yeah,
it's too dirty. So.
Anyways, so this was in my house captain speech. So I went to my teachers, right? And wait, shit, I've just forgot about it. Oh, I forgot. Never mind. Sorry.
It's okay. You made us laugh anyway, so it's good.
I'm down for a good joke.
All right, you ready? What's the difference
Okay.
between an apple and an orphan?
Oh, Nevin, no. Okay.
I don't know what.
An apple gets picked.
Oh, Nevin.
Oh, Nevin.
Nevin. Honestly, he's going to get me in serious trouble. Nevin.
Okay, fine.
know-
what do you call a train full of chewing gum?
I don't know.
A choo-choo.
Oh, choo-choo. That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. I don't like cute jokes. I like funny jokes.
Oh dear. But you know some
See, like laughing comments.
yeah, you can't control what they talk about on the playground. Do you know what I mean?
It's all good. Don't be embarrassed. Like I said, we like dirty jokes around here, actually.
Oh no, we don't.
we like jokes. So don't worry.
You know, I can't believe it. All the jokes.
What did
Daniela's got a joke. She said, "What did one wall say to the other wall?"
say to the other wall? I don't know. What did one wall say to the other wall? You have a
Winnie
nice
and baby
window.
breath.
They're saying
Meet you at the corner.
Meet you at the corner.
Get it? One wall said it to the other wall. That was another cute joke, Daniela.
Why can't you get an orphan a phone for Christmas?
Why?
Because they won't be able to find the home button.
oh, Nevin. Lara. Honest to goodness.
I don't think anybody's gonna take offense. It's okay, and it's a good look at what kids are talking about these days. It's all good.
Dead on it. Dead on it.
It's not as bad as what I've heard when I was a kid, to be honest.
Oh, I'm just trying to
Far
talk about
worse.
how people don't have money and how they're struggling, and Nevin's coming away with that.
Mom, maybe I'm getting likes for the stream right now, man. You need to be quiet.
I'm getting likes for the stream, man. He says, "Everybody give Nevin a like for me. You definitely earned some likes today. Thank you very much, Nevin."
I have to be quiet. Yeah, it's very. Just say it how it is.
You've made your mom uncomfortable, and that's also quite funny as well. She's outside her comfort zone right now.
I'm out my comfort zone. I'm like, and nobody ever takes me really out my comfort zone.
Why'd you take that?
That's why I'm cracking up so hard. It's so
I'm
funny.
like, I can feel myself sinking into the chair. Going, oh, fuck. You know?
I'm with Aaron on this. These jokes are rated G compared to the ones we used to tell. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. Yeah. So don't worry, Claire. It's fine. We do. We love him. We love him a bit.
Yeah, Candy's right. I've never seen Claire so uncomfortable before. I'm like, I think next time I won't come on. I'll leave it to Nevin himself. Oh dear.
Tell me in chat if you would actually like that.
Oh, he wants you to tell if you like that.
Yeah.
He's
Somebody said yeah.
You
Matt
are
said
welcome
yeah.
to come on as a guest anytime, Nevin. We love your energy and your vibe. You got great energy. Awesome. Well, I have to actually take my kid out for chicken.
I got my
waffles.
first.
I don't know. In fact, I'll show you guys what I'm dealing with here in Pennsylvania. I don't know about you guys. Here, let's see. Can you see this? Look out there. Oh, it's coming. Not a lot yet, but it's getting
Snow.
Oh,
the
you've got
snow
snow.
is coming. It's just started. This is the first snow that's actually sat on the ground since this winter. I haven't seen any snow touch the ground, so I am very excited now to actually be able to go and throw a snowball at my kid. We haven't had any snowball fights this year, but I think that's going to change.
Snowball fight. We don't have snowball fights. We have ice fights.
That sounds like it hurts.
If we ever have snowball fights in our school, there's either going to be a rock in it or there's gonna be a brick in it. Because this is
They
how
don't
they
mess
always
around
do
in
it.
Scotland. Jeez.
Somebody ends up with like a rock in their head or a bit of chunk of ice stabbed into their head, and they're probably walking to the medical office and say, "Here, take a wet paper towel." That's how they are.
Evan, you guys, Lara's trying to help me promote people visiting Scotland, and you're actually going to send people not to Scotland.
I think he's actually doing. I think he is going to bring us to Scotland. You know, we all want to come meet you now,
Yeah,
Nevin. We all want to come hang out and hear your jokes.
You should, you
Gotta
should
love
go
it.
to Scotland. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
It is actually.
You know,
nice.
I've been to over 60 countries, and out of all of them, Scotland's is my favorite.
No.
I've been
Out of
to
60
over-
countries, Scotland is definitely still my favorite.
Yeah,
Yep, I just love every bit of it.
My favorite
Even the spooky
country.
places. What's your favorite?
Well, I've not been to this country, but I want to go. It's Japan. Sadly,
Ooh.
we were gonna go, but it just had an earthquake, so we're not going.
Oh
anymore.
yeah.
You've been to lots of countries, haven't you?
My favorite country I've been to has to be Turkey or Spain.
Oh, that's the top of my bucket list, actually. I've always wanted to go to Turkey, and I haven't been yet. That would be a great plan. And Japan. I really would love to see Japan. Los Angeles. I didn't expect that one. What's in LA that you would like to see so much?
What? Sorry?
What's in Los Angeles that you would like to see so much?
It looks like a cool country because all the lights. And all my friends have been. And I don't know why they've been. And they say it's a nice place, so I want to go.
Ah, okay. Very
my
nice.
friends want to go to the Maldives, though.
The Maldives, they've got expensive taste. Yeah, Maldives is not cheap. But it's very nice. It's very beautiful there.
Yeah.
So, not to interrupt or anything, but yeah, we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna start overlapping on our Divinate stuff. We've got some stuff to promote. Today at 12 o'clock, we're doing Shake, Howl, and Laugh, where we literally just spend 15 minutes shaking, howling, and laughing our butts off. Isn't that funny? It's a way we raise our vibrations. So we howl like wolves. We go, ow, 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 for a few minutes to try and raise our vibration. It's really cool. And it's been very popular, too. You'd be surprised how many people are joining just to shake, howl, and laugh their butts off. So that is at 12 o'clock today on Divinate. At 1 to 2 p.m., there's going to be the free Zoom Quantum Qigong. So for those of you who would like to learn some Qigong today with Christopher and Daniela, be sure to check it out. That's also free at 1 o'clock. And on Sunday at 10 a.m., there's going to be another free Qigong and forgiveness practice by Daniela. On Monday, there's the 9:30 a.m. daily activations with Kaya. And at 3 p.m. on Monday, Laura Whitworth will be joining us on Divinate for, she'll be a guest in the paid membership, and she'll be discussing the 3 most important secrets for human evolution in 2024. So those are the events for this weekend that you guys can look forward to. And hello to your kitty. What's your kitty's name? Oh, puppy. You got lots of floofies.
Danny.
Oh.
Mishka.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
very cute.
Oh, there's another one.
Your puppy's like, nope, you have to share the attention.
All right.
Thank you, Nevin. I've enjoyed our conversation very much.
Oh, you say hello. Sorry. Okay. Mishka. So my dog.
Your dog's kids and furries. We love them all on here. We love all the floofies. Hello. What's your doggy's name?
That's
Mishka.
another
Mishka.
one. Tilly.
Hi, Mishka.
Tilly.
See? What's this?
There's Tilly.
Wow.
Is that a golden doodle? They're beautiful.
They're wet just now.
They've been out in the rain, haven't
Been out in the wind.
they?
The wind.
Oh, they're so cute. Bless.
Wait till the summer, Lara. We'll have you out the back, seeing all the chickens and the ducks and the giant rabbits.
And the chicken shit.
Aw. Yes. Oh, bless. Thank you guys so much. This has really been a wonderful chat. I've really enjoyed it. And now seeing the fur babies at the end just put the icing on the cake. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. All the
Always
animals.
a pleasure. And
Animals
be sure
live
to
on-
check out Claire's page too. Remember, Blossom Falkirk. I'm going to share the link one more time for those of you who are not currently following Claire. Please do
Actually,
check out her page.
Lara, I'm wondering if you can do me a favour. I'm not very
Of course,
technical,
my
as you know, and I need to get. I've just started a TikTok account, and I need 1,000 followers to do lives, and I want to do some live readings for groups.
How do I do that? How do I find you on TikTok?
I
Let's
don't
see.
know. I need to ask Melanie because she. I maybe share something on my.
Go follow Blossoming for Animals.
No, it's Blossom Through Life for the TikTok.
Yeah,
Blossom
I know.
Through Life. I just found you. Good job, Melanie. Here we go. I'm gonna share it for
Blossoming
everybody.
Animals
Yeah,
is
'cause
my one.
I think I can actually start doing lives on Facebook too. Actually,
Yeah, if you guys go on TikTok, there's Claire.
yeah, I
There
need
you go.
to
Claire
get
Woods,
that
Blossom
up.
for Life.
You've
She's
so I
already a
can-
third of the way through her followers. She needs 2/3 more followers.
Yeah.
Further.
So I can start doing lives, and then people
Oh,
can
copy link. Here we go.
Yeah, and because I'm sure people would just like to
Share
see
it to my phone.
demonstrations, connections through spirit. Because I could maybe do
Awesome.
like that for people.
There it is. I just shared the link.
Perfect. Yeah, and just
Awesome.
yeah, so we've still got spaces for the 8-week course. We've had loads of people email and ask for information, but it's not been confirmed yet. So you need to obviously confirm your place. And I have had some people ask if they can do payment plans. That's absolutely no problem. You just need to ask, and then the payment plans are not an issue. I'm quite laid back with stuff like that. So, yeah. So it wasn't much about my type of work or about our normal stuff, Lara.
I love it. This
Nevin-
was so much fun. This is why it's better when you just kind of go with the flow and you know what I mean? I like it.
Yeah,
Instead of just planning the
Nevin
chat.
stole the show, didn't you, Nevin?
He did. He totally did. He's a rock star. We love you, Nevin. Thank you so much for all your insight today. It was very helpful.
Yeah.
He's too cool for school. Look at him. He's too cool. Love it. Well, it was lovely to see you both. I love you both very much. And yeah, we'll see the rest of you guys on Monday.
Yep. See
Have
you
a
soon.
wonderful rest of your weekend. Mwah.
Andrew, see
Bye,
you
guys.
soon.
Love you guys.
Bye.